go again on my own. Wait, that's not the lyric. That's not the lyric to this album. There's no lyrics to this album. It's here, part 2. Same video, same wine box full of records. I'm listening to some Groove Grease here, Jimmy McGriff. Thanks for joining me. Sleepy, loopy, need to go to bed, but yeah, I'm here, man. I just can't break 20 minutes, man. You guys don't need that. Hopefully you catch part 2, which you are if you're watching this. But yeah, right back at it, man. Side B, a little bit more mellow, man. You know, these are for those people that like to slow grind. You know, I like the B-side. Sometimes you got to pick it up and then beat it up. You know, I'm crass sometimes. I apologize. Any ladies out here watching, I appreciate it. It's always welcome to see more than just bros in the vinyl community. Oh, the ice is melting. All the flavors are mixing together. That's tasty. That's tasty. All right. Here we go, man. I don't even have to describe this one too much. I mean, it's like one of those bands that, if you don't know, it's the freaking White Stripes, man. This is already open. I don't know what pressing it is. I don't care that much. It's still in the shrink. It's super clean. I know it's not that candy cane peppermint two-tone record that goes for like $300, because that's stupid. But yeah, it's Jack White. I mean, it's the White Stripes. I totally dated a girl because she looked like Meg. Totally. That was the only reason why. I thought she rocked. I thought she was cool. She was introverted and is a extroverted, crazy, loud asshole. I usually get along with introverts. So, yeah. Same place that I was at that overprices stuff, underprices it. And I was like looking at that. It's split, flawless condition. And I'm just like, how is it that price? That's $6, $7 under? Cool, I'll roll with it. And since it's kind of a hipster spot, and whether you like it or not, White Stripes always fall into hipster music. I wouldn't call it the definition of hipster music, but hipsters are pro White Stripes. And so I found more of it. It's sealed. It's Icky Thump. It's good music, man. I'm on a kick. I'm rediscovering Jack White, you know? I liked the band before anyone knew about them, and it became this thing where everyone's like, dude, you gotta check this out. You gotta check this out. And they shove it in your face, and they become commercial. And then Jack White becomes weirder and weirder and goes in his shell. And people turn their back on them or whatever. Everyone has varying opinions, or they're overrated, or the greatest thing ever in the history of history. And I'm just like, I like them. When it comes around, when the price is right, you know, that's when I buy it. I'm slowly becoming a completist. I had no intention, but I'm with it. I like the music. So, sue me if you don't. Who doesn't like the White Stripes, though? Come on now. Anyways, next album. Ooh, look at that double chin right there. Ooh, your boy's down a few pounds and still fat. Hey, everyone stay motivated. If you got a New Year's resolution, get on it, man. I quit smoking years and years ago. Then I picked up dipping, because that's a smart thing to do. I'll just replace this tobacco with that tobacco, because I'm a retard. Man, I said it again. Can't say the R word now. It's called the R word. The R word. So I got to get that out of my vocabulary. I don't throw it around that nonchalantly, but when I'm tired and silly, I'm going to say things. But, alright. 60s, 70s, New York rock band Street? That's a little fun album cover right there. Forget the glare. It's not going anywhere. I got all the lights on in the house. But, the hit was There's One Kind Favor. I'm familiar with that. This was also inexpensive. And by the way, I don't know if this is an early press or a first press. The bookstore I bought this from isn't the type of place to really deep dive research that, you know? So you might find a Captain Beefheart that's grossly underpriced by press, and then you'll also find like some silly Conway Twitty or Merle Haggard. Not that I wouldn't listen to it, but you know, you'll find some other music where you're like, come on, man, this is a $4 album. This is not an $8 album. So that same place, you know, you can get burnt and you also can get a gift. But Street, this is inexpensive. Still in the original Shrinky, and someone just thought, yeah, I need to get rid of the hype sticker. It's not a price tag. It's nothing stupid. Why would you try to get rid of the hype sticker? It just makes me... The Shrinky's probably gonna go, just because that irritates me. You know, how does something last that long in such lovely condition, and then There's just that blurb, you know. I don't need that blurb in my life. But Street, you know, if you like it, comment. I'm not too familiar with the rest of your catalog, so it's a cheap discovery. All right. Don't think they're very prolific. Speaking of prolific, Dutch, if I'm not mistaken. This is a Dutch band, almost positive. It's Golden Earring, y'all. I mean, no one get offended here. I know there's some people out there just like, oh my god, there's nudity. But hey, you know, equal opportunity, ladies. It's a bro butt. It's a bro butt. And for any of you bros that made the mistake, look at the feet. You should have checked, man. If any of you guys got a little creepy back in the day, you did it wrong. But unless it's right for you, no judgment. If that's what you wanted, then you do that. If that floats your boat, let it float. If that floats your boat, whatever your background is, that's all good for you, baby. No judgment. But this is their 9th album out of 25 plus albums, if I'm not mistaken. It's got Radar Love, and apparently it's got some other hits. It was inexpensive. I got that at a pharmacy. So I was like, yeah, Golden Earring? How do I, you know, it was one of my dad's jams right there. I'm familiar with it. And then, I got on my phone, got YouTube to my ear, and I started pressing shuffle, skipping 30 seconds at a time. Blow past Radar Love, because, shit, if you listen to 80s rock, man, there's a bunch of bands that did Radar Love, including the one that everyone forgets, Omen. The one album with was it Escape to Nowhere? The one album that has Coburn Farr before he went to Annihilator, the Canadian metal group. That album's dope. I got it. Original press on Metal Blade Records. Was sealed, split that. Awesome. Screw you guys who don't split your records. Everything's supposed to be listened to. Why do you just got a keepsake? Come on now. It's not a Hummel. It's not a Beanie Baby. You're that guy. You might as well have Beanie Babies if you don't play your records. Personal opinion. That's right. My opinion's right on that one. All right. Black Mountain. It's like one of these things. When I heard it, I was like, "How is this not in my life, man?" And also, got this used. It's split, and it is a hype stick, shrink wrap. Nobody cares about the gatefold. I'm weird. I want to know what it is, but I can't. But I've told you guys in the past, I know a lot of people go nuts on the labels and all that. They want to see every single record, like you're lying about the condition. Like, I want to see if it has scratches. He better not be duping me. Please show me. This is white, so that's why I'm showing it. I mean, like, I always think it's cool when there's color, but I'm never going to buy, like, Firepower, the latest Judas Priest album. When it came out, I bought it, and of course, I found out you could buy it from their fan club or whatever, and for damn near the same price, you get a second jacket that was autographed, and it came in red vinyl, or orange vinyl, or flame vinyl, or something like that. And I was like, oh, damn, I missed out on that, because one was kind of cool, but more so, I could have had the whole band autograph it. That's cool, but this is contemporary psychedelic. If it was on black vinyl, I'd like it just the same. If you want to get into this band with one song, A-side song 1, Mothers of the Sun. It's kind of got trippy, somewhat ominous, moaning, overlap male and female vocals, lyrics or whatever. I haven't gotten that deep into the band where I've just like got the lyrics in my mind. But Mothers of the Sun, this album is IV, Roman numerals, people. That's 4 if you didn't know. Go to school, read a book. I write in cursive. That's right. But yeah, Mothers of the Sun. That's the one that would pull you in. Contemporary psychedelic, little fuzzy guitars, you know, kind of gritty at times. I'm looking forward to listening to that more. I need to slow down. You ever buy records so quick that you can't listen to them all, and you have to kind of like I listen to records in waves. Sometimes you're like, I haven't listened to a record in 2 weeks, and then there's 2 weeks where you're just like, dude, I need to do something other than listen to records. But that's one I'm looking forward to having in the mix, having on the turntable, and yeah, it's cool. It's contemporary psychedelic, and I guess in that vein, man, there's so many people talking about this, including DJ High Noon. That's just probably their biggest cheerleader. That I'm just like, dude, how am I not listening to more King Gizzard? So I caught this at the record store. I'm not mad at it, not at all. I dig the grooves they're laying down, man. And it's just like, if you looked at the back of this album cover, and it was a little faded and it was beat up, you know, and it lived a life and it didn't have a UPC, you just look at that and you just be like, that's clearly not contemporary, you know. This art actually doesn't scream 60s, early 70s, but definitely tried to have a retro vibe. But yeah, man, I'm with King Gizzard, man. If this isn't their best work, man, tell me what's the next one I'm supposed to buy, because I'm with it and I'm going to listen to more of it. So I'm going to plow through these recent acquisitions. You know, I'm tired when syllables get difficult, you know, and then I might put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Oh, it's getting late. I gotta be up before you know it. But I went back to that record store. If you watched any of my previous videos, thanks again. I love you too. I bought a Denise LaSalle record. I haven't even got a chance to spin it yet. Because, I mean, she's definitely not going to take priority over some of these gems I found recently. These funk, soul, psychedelic, hard rock, jazz gems. A late 70s, early 80s weird freak lady novelty isn't going to make the cut in front of that, but it will get listened to. And so I guess someone keeps on going back to the record store and changing in their old R&B soul funk music. And I went back there, and there's another one from Denise LaSalle. The bitch is back? She's just out there just wearing her satin, her big giant, like some Black Dynasty? Anyone remember the show Dynasty? Just big hair, you know? And she's just, I'm on a tiger rug? A tiger rug? And then she's got her own personal Mandingo servant boy just like rubbing on her thigh? Like, come on now. That was dirt cheap. That album, let me pull this out like this. Get out. Get out. Why are you bonded to it like glue? There we go. Oh, it's probably because it had a notch. That's why. Was it hung up on a notch? But, yeah, come on now. Come on now. You don't got a couple bucks? Work harder. You don't got a couple bucks? I know there's a few people out there that, and everyone has their own rules and regulations and or order of chaos in their mind of what they own and what they refuse to own, and they're only passionate and they get too deep into it. There's a lot of, you know, I find that metal bros, there's a lot of guys that are just like, I collect metal. That's what it is. And then there's some, you know, there's the rap heads, and then there's the jazz people. They're just like, dude, if it's John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Blue Note, First Press, everything mono, and that's all there is jazz. And I appreciate those people, because that's how you get exposed. When you pull from different pockets, it's either really cool to hang out really, I don't know, eclectic and eccentric people that like a little bit of things, all walks of life, salt of their people. But it's also really cool when you find someone that's that passionate on one thing that you can kind of tap into what they like, and then they learn your interest and be like, well, you know, you like kind of funky jazz, or you kind of like, you know, classic metal. Dude, if you like Priest, man, check out this King Diamond album, where they're just like, oh man, well, if you like the BT Express, man, check out this late era insert musician of choice. And so yeah, rambling. There's a story there somewhere. I appreciate every taste, and you're not wrong. It's your music. But speaking of people's music, my mom is a big Cat Stevens fan. I never really listened to Cat Stevens, and I love my mom to death, and she's a couple miles down the road. And by the way, let me see here, if you could see here, on the wall up there, if you could see it. I can't see where I'm pointing, but there's a picture of my mom. You know, she's a sweet lady, and you know, she's still young and vibrant and beautiful, but everyone gets older and they get in their ways. And even though she lives so close, sometimes she's so far away and it's hard to get her to come over. And she was giving me a hard time the other day when I was at the record store, and she's like, I want to see how complete your record collection is. Do you have any Cat Stevens, Eric? Do you have Cat Stevens? And I said, no, Mom, why would I have that? And I gave her a hard time. And unbeknownst to her yet, I bought some Cat Stevens. I'm going to get an excuse to get Mom over at my house. This one is it so? But let me put this up, because I don't want that to be my icon. You ever out here, I don't know how to edit. I don't do any of that. I just shoot. I just make my video, and I'm me. I'm unfiltered. I hope you like it. I love you guys out there. Be yourselves. Be all you. But don't you just love it when you got some awesome slew of records, and you're just like, Grover Washington? You're like, that's the icon? You know, I was like, I found Calendar. It's a monster. And some, you know, I mean, even play the Guns N' Roses. Who cares? Put some cliche icon. I don't pick my backgrounds. I just shoot this on a crappy Motorola phone, and it is what it is. But so I can't show you this too quick. If I swear to God, if my icon is Cat Stevens, I'm gonna go to YouTube's house. I'm gonna find out where they live. All the YouTube people. There must be a cult of them that are picking these backgrounds. But so hey, thanks for Tofat. Very next video, Grover Washington. That's what you picked? Grover Washington? It was the worst one of the lot. But anyways, I say, hey, if one is nice, let's go for the twofer. So, Catch Bull 4, because that's a album title that makes sense. And it's a gatefold, like any of that matters. Look at these, this quartet of gentlemen right there. And Gene Roussel, though, man. My man's in a dashiki with his arms folded, with some nice glasses, groomed. We got a power mullet in there. We got a guy that looks like he, dare I say, he might be a serial rapist. But, yeah, anyways, Cat Stevens. So, yeah, I'll cook dinner for Mom. She'll come over. Cat Stevens will be on the background. Hey, man, that's going to make her day. But who doesn't like to make their mom's day? People have a heart out there, man. But, hey, man, we're about at the end of the stack, man. So, I guess the last one would be, Why Haven't I Ever? You know? And so, there's an artist out there that people preach on. They talk about all the time. And I'm just like, dude, I never got into it. I don't hate it. Maybe I'm not the familiar. What is it? Let's find out. And that artist, which is going to be my new discovery, and hey, forgive me, you know, forgive me. There's so much music out there, you can't know it all, but Todd Rundgren, you know, let me pull this out of here. So, the gloss is, wow, man, this thing's in decent enough condition that it doesn't even matter if it has the wrap on there. And once again, there's a living room. But, is he committing suicide? I mean, on the back, if you can see that little image, he looks depressed and mopey. You're just like, oh, man. Let's see the albums here. Long Flowing Robe, The Ballad. It's just called The Ballad. Okay, wow. Bleeding, Wailing Wall, Range War, Chain Letter. Oh, well, remember those were a thing? Is anyone out there old enough to remember when there's actual snail mail chain letters where people thought they were going to have bad luck forever if they didn't send it to 15 other people? Oh my God, it's like pre-spam spam. You didn't need the interwebs. But, yeah, so apparently I'm supposed to know more about him. So, there we go. You know, extending the olive branch. Hey, people, that's your music. Shake hands. Nice to meet you. I'm listening. I'll give her a go. If he has better music, let me know. As it is, there's 4 or 5 in the stack, and I was just like, yeah, I want to know the guy who's hates his music so much that he's going to kill himself, or he's like being held hostage at the piano, like, play more, play faster, or you die. So that's how I ended up with that. And then here we go. Last record. It is what it is. 20-minute mark. I'm hitting my goal. I'm consistent, man. Look at me. Thank you for being here for part 2. Can you ever find this record? I don't know where you guys live, but never have I ever, in any condition, ever seen in the wild of all my flipping, have I ever seen Funkadelic here, man. I mean, it's Maggot Brain. The back. Her day got bad, dude. What happened, man? It's just chaos. But, yeah, it's sealed. It's a contemporary press. Westbound Records. I don't know too much about it. I want to say it's $19, if I'm not mistaken. $19, $20. I bought a decent little bit. My boy showed me a hair of love. I was buying mostly new records, and I don't expect someone to destroy their markup for the sake of me buying a few records. But my boy showed me a hair of love, and that was just enough for me. That I saved a couple bucks. So if it was 19 or 20, then I probably got it for $18.50. Maybe I bought it for $18.92. Who knows? But yeah, it's Funkadelic, man. Is that just one of those like cliche? If you made a top 100 ones, but yeah, if it is, and I'm with it, I'm in that cliche category. But Maggot Brain, is there a repress? Yeah, thank God for represses. Say what you want. I can't find it in the wild, and then what am I supposed to do? Hunt it down on Discogs and overpay for it just because it was older? It's the music. I'm collecting the music, but man, this did exactly what I needed. I gotta be up in 5.5 hours, which is fine because I'll be asleep in 30 minutes. I'll get 5 hard hours of sleep. I'm showered. My clothes are laid out. I'm gravy. I'm good to go. But thanks for powwowing with me. Thanks for shooting the breeze. Thanks for shaking hands and getting to know me. Firm handshakes all around, everyone. Firm handshakes. Firm handshakes. But yeah, I'm being weird. I'm being myself. If I was sitting down in person, I'd like to think I'd be a little bit less goofy. But it's easy to be goofy when you're just talking to yourself. I'm talking to a freaking camera, people. But thanks for tuning in. I'm having fun. There's always more music. If you got your suggestions, leave a comment. Leave a like. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. Communicate. Olive branches. Everyone. Olive branches. But yeah, that's it. I'm going over. Take care. God bless. And all that jazz.